The next example problem is the marks of 1000 students in an examination follows a normal distribution with mean 70 and standard deviation 5. Find the number of students whose marks will be less than 65, more than 75, between 65 to 75. Here in the question itself, it is clearly specified that it is a normal distribution. So the problem will come under normal distribution. And the marks of 1000 students in an examination follows a normal distribution with mean. Mean is denoted by mu. Mu will be taken as 70. Standard deviation 5. Standard deviation is denoted by sigma. Sigma is equals to 5. Then we need to calculate the number of students whose marks will be less than 65, more than 75 and between 65 to 75. Whenever the problem is given in terms of normal distribution, first we'll try to convert it in terms of standard normal distribution. That means normal variate will be converted in terms of standard normal variate in terms of z. So for that we know that z is equals to x minus mu by sigma. We know the value of mu and we know the value of sigma. Let us substitute it. X minus 70 divided by 5. Let us take up the first case. Probability of students whose marks will be less than 65. So P of x less than 65. This is the value of the normal variate. So when x is 65, let us calculate what is the value of standard normal variate. So 65 minus 70 divided by 5 gives me minus 1. Then P of z less than minus 1. We should calculate probability of z less than minus 1. Or it can also be written as probability of z greater than 1. So to calculate probability of z greater than 1, here probability of z less than minus 1 means this area we should calculate. Since it is symmetrical about the line z is equal to 0, I can calculate P of z greater than 1. This area I should calculate. So to calculate this area, I'll calculate from 0 to infinity. Probability from 0 to infinity, I know that it is 0.5. Then I'll subtract from 0 to 1. So it is given by probability of z greater than or equal to 0 minus probability of z lies between 0 to 1. This is 0.5 minus this value probability of z lies between 0 to 1 is given by phi of 1. So this phi of 1 will be calculated using the normal distribution table. So the final result will be 0.1586. This one we should calculate for 1000 students. This is for a particular student. We should calculate the probability value for 1000 such students. So we should multiply the result with 1000. So that will be approximately 158.6. Since the number of students cannot be in decimals, we will approximate it to 159. So out of 1000 students, 159 students can score the marks less than 65. Then more than 75 means P of x greater than 75 we should calculate. So this is the value of the normal variate. We should convert it in terms of standard normal variate. So when x is 75, the standard normal variate value will be z is equals to 75 minus 70 divided by 5 will be equals to 1. Then P of z greater than 1. It is similar to the previous case. P of z greater than 1 is again 159. Out of 1000 students, 159 students can score more than 75 marks. Then the third case is probability of x lies between 65 to 75. Marks between 65 to 75. Again, this normal variate should be converted into standard normal variate x into z. So when x is 65, z is minus 1. When x is 75, my z value is 1. So I should calculate probability of z lies between minus 1 to 1. So to calculate between minus 1 to 1, probability between minus 1 to 1, instead of calculating the area between minus 1 to 1, I'll calculate from 0 to 1 and I'll multiply with 2 since it is symmetrical about the line z axis. So the calculation is like this: 2 times probability of z lies between 0 to 1. 2 times this value will be phi of 1 and this can be calculated using the normal distribution table. The result will be 0.6826. So for 1000 such students, I should multiply this result with 1000. So into 1000 will be 682.6. So out of 1000 students, 683 students can score the marks between 65 to 75. Again, this is similar to the previous example. In a test, an electric bulb was found that lifetime of a particular brand was distributed normally with an average life of 2000 hours. Average life means it is called as mean value. Mean as 2000 hours and a standard deviation of 60 hours. Standard deviation is nothing but sigma. It is given as 60. If a firm purchases 2500 bulbs, find the number of bulbs that are likely to last for more than 2100 hours, less than 1950 hours, and between 1900 to 2100 hours. Here it is given that average value, that is nothing but mean value, is given as 2100 hours. And standard deviation sigma is also given. Sigma is 60. And we know the value of standard normal variate z is nothing but x minus mu by sigma. X minus 2000 divided by 60. So the first case is more than 2100 hours. So P of x greater than 2100. Here it is in normal variate. We should convert it into standard normal variate. When x is 2100, I'll substitute in the standard normal variate. My standard normal variate value will be z is equals to 1.667. So I should calculate P of z greater than 1.667. So to calculate P of z greater than 1.667, I should use this normal curve, standard normal curve. So z greater than, P of z greater than 1.667 means from here to here I should calculate. To calculate this area, I'll calculate from 0 to infinity. Then I'll subtract 0 to 1.667. I'll calculate from 0 to infinity the total area. Then from that total area, I'll subtract this part. Then I'll get the area between 1.667 to infinity. So the calculation is like this. P of z greater than or equal to 0, that is 0.5, minus P of z lies between 0 to 1.667. So this is 0.5 minus this value is 5 of 1.667. This can be calculated using the normal distribution table and the resultant will be 0.04776. But we should calculate this for 2500 bulbs. So we should multiply this result with 2500. That will be approximately 119.4 or approximately equal to 119. So out of 2500 bulbs, 119 bulbs can last for more than 2100 hours. Then the second condition is less than 1950 hours. That is P of x less than 1950. So when x is 1950, when the normal variate is 1950, we should calculate the standard normal variate z, that is minus 0.833. So we should calculate P of z less than minus 0.833. So P of z less than minus 0.833 means this is minus 0.833, less than means this part we should calculate. Instead of this negative region, I'll go for the positive region. I can calculate P of z greater than 0.833. From here to here I can calculate. So to calculate this, I'll calculate from 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity my value will be 0.5 minus, I'll subtract from 0 to 0.833, that is 5 of 0.833. So 0.5 minus 0.85 of 0.833, this value will be calculated in the normal distribution table and the result will be 0.20242. So for 2500 such bulbs, I should multiply this result with 2500. So I got the result as 506. So out of 2500 bulbs, 506 bulbs can be less than 1950 hours, can last for less than 1950 hours. And the last case is P of z lies, x lies between 1900 to 2100 hours. Again this normal variate should be converted into standard normal variate. When x is 1900, my Z value is minus 1.667. When X is 2100, Z value is plus 1.667. I should calculate P of Z lies between minus 1.67 to plus 1.67. So, between minus 1.667 to plus 1.667, I should calculate this area. Instead of calculating the whole area, I'll calculate from 0 to 1.667 and I'll multiply with 2. So, 2 into probability of Z lies between 0 to 1.667. 2 into this value is phi of 1.667. This is calculated in the normal distribution table and the resultant will be 0.90448. And for 2500 such bulbs, I should multiply this result with 2500. My result will be 2261. So out of 2500 bulbs, 2261 bulbs can last between 1900 hours to 2100 hours.